Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. I am returning from the mall area to drop off yet another big batch of inserters. I think we've almost got this. Let's see, we need some lights. That's for the station up there. The inserters are the big thing, and it looked like we needed some assembly machines as well. We need 126, and I just gave 100. So we're going to need one more trip up there to grab some more inserters. Wow, that's a lot of inserters. But yeah, no, the robots have got all this deconstructed and reconstructed. They are doing quite well with it. Let's see, since I'm going to be making my way up to the base area again, we need 26 inserters. We need some lights. We need a radar. Can I make a radar? I can. Okay, and can I make some lights? I can make all kinds of lights. Let's go ahead and get those queued up. And I'll head back to base, grab some more inserters, and I will see you down here shortly, where we can kind of start hooking some of this stuff up. I think I did a lot of the, this one off camera, so I'll probably do this one on, so I apologize in advance. Alright, we have made it back into our yellow science facility, and we can go ahead and place some of these missing lights down. Apparently, was that some inserters that I saw go down as well? That is okay. Alright, are we all lit up? Power poles, everything looks good. Alright, let's go figure some of this out. And I lost my tree deconstruction planner at some point. Probably ended up in a chest. Let's go ahead and grab another one. Just because those are... Oh, that's interesting. I guess these have like a unique ID or something to them. Where one deconstruction planner is not the same as another. Well, let's just go ahead and clear out some of this stuff anyway. Just because. We need to give our robots something to do. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and place some inserters down here so this can all get finished up, at least what needs to be built. We need 26 of them. I'm going to go ahead and throw half of those in there and keep some in my pocket in case we need to redesign something later, which I'm assuming we probably will. All right, so let's run these bus lines down. We're going to have copper and iron and steel and stone, not stone. Oh, I never switched these over. Let's see. What are these going to need to be? That's going to need to be... We need, what do we need? We need lubricant, is what we need. And we need water. I didn't get the barrel, did I? Silly me. Water barrel and lubricant barrel, actually, is what we want there. All right, and that kind of tunes everything. We still need to set our numbers and stuff like that. I have not figured those out yet. Whoa, no. That one. That would have been a tragedy. Okay, but I think this is going to be all that we need. All right, so let's get some of this stuff figured out. This is going to be, we'll just run this down as kind of a guide. We're going to need iron, which comes off of that line, and copper, which comes off of that line, but that needs to be moved up because we need to do that little thing right there. Iron will come in there. Copper will come in there, and that will supply those guys. Now, we're also going to have these green circuits coming out, so we're going to end up with 2 of them. And then we're going to need to do the exact same thing down here because that has a separate input. All right, like that. And you will need to go under. And you'll go in there, you'll go in there, and that should get Green Circuitville all set up. And as far as the wires go, we are going to have a set of... We're going to have a main counter out here somewhere. That's basically going to be for the whole bus line and the yellow science. And then we're going to have to sneak in, like, I guess probably... We're going to have to do 2 of those, aren't we? One for the bottom and one for the top. The green lines that are placing the circuits out onto the belt are going to go into this network, and the red circuits coming out are going to go into this counter network down here. That's going to also be tied to green wires that are counting the copper and iron that are coming in. All right, so in case that wasn't clear from this setup up here, we are limiting this little sub-sushi belt right here, just focusing on this top one. We want to limit the amount of copper and iron that come in based on what we need here so it doesn't get clogged up. And we're going to count those items, and that's going to go into this counter. And then as we subtract those items, that's going to be fed from some... let's just kind of simulate that here. You're going to feed into the back of that. The red wire is going to feed into the back of that counter, which is going to be doing our each times a -1. That's going to be subtracting what we use. And you are going to be adding what we put on, which will be right there. Right? Something like that. Just laying it out. That one's going to be counting the copper. That one's going to be counting the iron. This one is going to be taking the copper and the iron away. And then as we place the circuits down, that is totally irrelevant to this counter right here. It's only concerned about the copper and the iron coming in. So we're going to send the red signal, the green signal that is adding the chips. That's going to go out to this line and up here into this counter, which is controlling the amount of chips that are out here. So this counter is out here. These little counters are going to be on that side. Clear as mud? Clear as mud. All right, and then we're going to come down here, and you are going to need iron and copper, water barrels, iron, sulfur, that comes from the water barrels, and petroleum barrels, and we're also going to need coal. So let's start it off. Let's just see how this ends up working out. It's not going to work out. That's how it's going to work out. How far we can stretch you? Not far enough. All right, well, let's do this a little bit differently. Which one is on the outside? Petroleum is on the outside. What if we dedicated that to petroleum, which is going to be this line right here? Do we need petroleum anywhere else? I don't think that we do. Okay, that's going to be petroleum. Water, which is coming off of this one. Okay, coal would be next, and then water. We don't need coal anywhere else. That's the only place that is going. And water, that's the only place that is going to go. Okay, none of this makes sense. Let's go ahead and drop it down a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I feel like these should be the last ones. There's nothing that says that this needs to be this way. This is just something that I came up with. So let's, we can move this down. Can we even, like, reverse that belt? Even? No, let's leave it. Let's leave it like that. But what if we did something like... we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 6 items. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more. 6. Water, coal. You're our water line. You're going to end right there. We do not need lubricant. That one's going to go on through, and then we just need copper and iron. Why did I not count that right? Petroleum is 1, coal is 2, water is 3, iron is. Did I already count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 5 items. So I have an extra one right here. So those 3 things, and then we can take this setup and put that in right there. And hopefully this will work out a little bit better. That's going to work. You can come in and we'll have to do that, but that's okay. Okay, you're still green circuits. You're still iron. You're still copper. Or the reverse of that. We'll have steel coming in through here, and then this one must be lubricant. Let's just check that. Steel and lubricant. All right, there's no reason why. I think I put a lot of belt in there, in the belt chest. Yes, so there's no reason why the base bots just can't go ahead and get this taken care of. Unless there is a good reason why they can't. Is that out of range? No? I guess you're just out of belt. Here, have some belt. Make it so. All right. There, and there. Flip that one. Fish all around. That can go into there. And I think that will give us what we need. And let's see. We're going to have a couple of different outputs coming out of here. We're going to have empty barrels. That is going to be one item. And this is not the only place that's going to have empty barrels, so this needs to basically feed onto a line. I believe this is our barrel line, if I'm not mistaken. So that'll continue to go up. But you are also going to have plastic and batteries. There's a good argument for taking batteries out back here so they don't interfere with the lines, but I don't think I'm going to worry about it until it actually is a problem. And currently, with nothing running through it, it is not a problem. So that'll be our plastic line coming down. You will be our battery line coming down. And empty barrels. So let's go ahead and set these up. You're going to be plastic. You are going to be batteries. And let's see, the sulfuric acid, empty barrels, batteries. I think we're good there. All right, and someone pointed out very correctly that this setup is actually incorrect. Whenever I was calculating the machines we needed for doing copper wire, I actually had the green circuits that are needed in that calculation. So it's a 1 to 6 relationship, of course. We have 10, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11. So we're going to need 2 of those machines in order to keep it up. And that shouldn't be that big of a deal. Bring that in. So those 2 machines, I mean, that's as good a place as any for it, really. I don't want to have them here at the beginning of the line because the copper wire is made at a very aggressive rate, we'll call it. And I don't want it, and also wherever we're going to be entering in stuff, there's going to be a lot of stuff there. So we're trying to minimize the amount of conflicts we can have, and we're basically going to have to move this whole thing over. But again, I'm okay with that. And let's see, I think we can, I think that's probably going to be in the way. How are you guys powered? Oh, you're not. That would be how you're powered. Notly. Okay. I would like to power those at least temporarily. All right, and this needs to move over a bit. To right there. And we need to get that storage chest back down. All right, and this is all going to be one big happy network here. And let's see, we're going to need the plastic going in. Let's make that one batteries and this one plastic. And then just feed plastic directly over here. And what my thought is here is that... see, I don't steal the fish. No, I don't. We can control the plastic based off of this network. We don't have to control it by it coming into here, if that makes sense. We can control it through the production rather than having to limit it through a break, basically. So I think we can just, whatever we create, we're going to put it in here because this is not the only thing creating plastic. All right, I take it back. Never mind. Low density structures use it as well. So never mind. It was a good thought, if not an inaccurate thought. All right, so we're gonna have to feed this. Trying to save up a little bit of room here. All right, so if we did it that way, we could feed in plastic there. We're going to need the green circuits, which are this line coming over, and I'm just moving that. I know we have to split that off. What else do we need? Green circuits, copper, and that's it. All right, so just those 3 things. Like that. Okay, batteries are going to continue on. This is... What is this? Green circuits. Okay, that's our green circuit line. Plastic, green circuits, and this will be copper. Iron, lubricant, and steel. We had a belt. All right, and that's going to eat up just crazy amounts of green circuits, of course. And a good thing of plastic and a little bit of copper. All right, and we should be good to go there. And this is going to send out only blue circuits. That is the only thing coming out of here, I believe. So you will come down here and end up being that line of the bus. All right. Probably should have taken these further out in hindsight. We'll take the blue circuits all the way to the end, or at least far to the end, because they're not needed until the very last step. So I think it makes sense to do that. Plus, we've got to send ludicrous amounts of items into this one. Okay, we need definitely iron. We need steel. We need the rest of our chips. I believe green circuits end here. Lubricant. Did we get an unbarreler? I think we did. Yeah, it's right there. What do we need the red circuits? Oh, the red circuits aren't coming out. They're staying up there. Okay. All right. And, boy, these roboports are in the way. As is this power pole, as is that storage chest. It was nice to have them around for a little bit. Maybe we can still get those guys going to get a little bit of coverage here. All right. Let's see. Our batteries. We need batteries, we need iron, we need steel, we need chips, and we need lubricant. Is that correct? 1 item, 2 items, 3 items, 4 items, 5 items. 6 items. I don't remember if I counted lubricant. 1. Iron is 2. 3, 4, 5. And steel is 6. All right, so this is plastic. It is not needed. This is batteries. I want to flip these again. And I'm going to, and that's going to cause some problems. But we'll just deal with it. Okay, so plastic is coming off of there now. The plastic is on the inside. The batteries are on the outside. That way we can send the batteries directly over here, and we don't need this line anymore. Batteries, plastic is going to continue on. Copper. We need copper down here, right? Yes, so it needs to continue on. This is not copper, though. This is green circuits. So those are definitely going to come in. Let's see. Then we have steel coming in, which I believe is what is on this line right here. No, that's iron. It's iron and then steel, right? Yeah, we actually need both of those. We did iron on that line and steel on that line. Okay, and what are we missing now? Lubricant. It's that line. No, that's the steel line. Steel line and then lubricant. Steel, lubricant. Lubricant is the last one. With the exception of, okay. So that's our iron. This is lubricant, and that is going to end right there. This is steel. It is not going to end there. Well, then what was this? That's copper. I don't think we need copper in here. What we need is... I'm so confused. All right. Let's start this over here. Okay, the first one here is batteries. We definitely need batteries. So I'm going to bring those over. Okay? This next one is plastic. We do not need plastic. The next one is green circuits. We definitely need those. I'm going to bring that over. That would make this copper, which we don't need, but we do need the iron. We do need the steel. We need this line. And this last one is lubricant. We need that. So we don't need this line. We don't need this line. Everything else we need. All right, we can do that right there. All right, batteries only go here, so they can go over like that. The next thing that we need, which is right here, which I've forgotten what it is already. Those are green circuits. Is this the last place they're needed? I believe so. So we can take the direct in with that. We don't have enough room for a counter here, but we don't need one for the batteries because we're only using them and creating them in one place. We might need one for the circuits just to make sure this belt backs up so that most of them go to other places, but I don't think we're going to need one for the batteries. Then we're going to need whatever this was. I believe this is iron. And then we're going to need whatever this is, which I believe is steel. Which can go there, I guess. And you are lubricant. And what are we missing? Batteries. Plastic, which we don't need. Circuits, their last spot. Then copper, which we don't need. We have iron being split off, put right there. Then this is steel. And this last one is lubricant. Why do I have a count of 6? Iron, we've got that. Steel, we've got that. Circuits, lubricant, we have that. Batteries. I think I might have counted steel twice. That would have been a silly thing to do, but it sounds very me-like. Let's make that a little bit tighter there. So that gives us blue circuits, iron. We don't need iron down here, do we? Did we split the iron off? So that would be copper. This iron, we don't need it anywhere else. We can just stop that right there. So plastic, copper, steel, and then we have our blue circuits coming out. And this should all just work out fine. Right? Rightish. All right, and the only thing you're going to be making, two things. You're going to be making robot frames and empty barrels. Send those down next to the blue circuits. And empty barrels are going to come out. Is it this line? No, I have it on this line, actually. And let's see, robot frames. Okay, and then whatever that is, that's plastic. That is going to be copper, and that is going to be steel, feeding into those guys. We don't even need to put controls or anything on that because that is just going to be what it is. And then on the out here, we are going to have our low density structure filter. And I'm just observing now that we actually need that on up here too. We have 2 belts coming in. We probably need that in a number of places now that I'm thinking about it. Well, we'll fix that here in a minute. Let's see. What if we did? Nope. It's basically gonna have to be like that. Okay, and those will be all of our 3 items, and I don't think there's going to be any need to filter any of that either, or control any of that. It's just we're going to control it by production, in theory. All right, and then you will filter off the science, and we should be good to go. The science is going to come out on that line right there. And you are filtering off low density structures, as are you. No sense in being wasteful. All right, so we need to get a filter system like that on the inside belt as well on there. On here, filtering off the blue circuits. This is just one single one, and those are just one single ones as well. So a couple more places, and I am already gone way over. Not that anybody's penalizing me for that. Give you a little bit of extra nap time, because I know this isn't the most exciting thing in the world. But it's fun. Fun little mental math. What did I mess up on? I don't know. Perhaps we will find that out later. Other than these things. All right, and that's how you fix that. And we just need to do that here. And I think we should be good to go there. All right, boy, that's a lot of belt. That's a lot of factories. That's a lot of everything. And we still haven't even done the wiring yet. Good times. Well, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode. Have a good one.